North Wash is a remote area of southern Utah, home to a number of narrow, quality slot canyons close to Highway 95 between Hanksville and Lake Powell. The North Wash area has several canyon complexes containing multiple slots. The Irish Canyons are a collection of slots right beside Highway 95, named along a theme connected to Ireland. This movie focuses on Lucky Charms, the most western and least difficult of the Irish canyons. The first canyon named with an Irish theme was the quality Leprechaun Canyon, named for a local radio DJ from Grand Junction who called himself the Psychedelic Leprechaun. For Lucky Charms, park off the highway at mile 27.1. This is a loop hike ascending up through some shallow narrows, then descending an open, wide canyon. Navigation is simple as long as you park in the correct place. The route goes straight up the wash and canyon floor. It's only a couple of minutes from the car to the Navajo Sandstone, where an instant canyon begins. You'll immediately find yourself in a new world, walking through the rock just shoulder width apart. The canyon is never really narrow, but you will need to walk sideways and scrape yourself through at parts. The initial climbs are minor, but you can bypass them by climbing out of the shallow slot. Lucky Charms is a classic beginner and family-orientated canyon, but please be aware this is a technical canyon with climbing and narrow sections where you'll scrape some skin off. The whole loop hike should take less than half a day. Experienced parties can likely do it in an hour. We're out on the left here if you need it. Presumably this is the impassable dry fall that people talk about. You can go back 50 to 100 yards and just walk around, but I reckon it's climbable. The dry fall concludes the lower slot. It can be climbed direct by those looking for extra spice and a technical challenge.
Well done.
Once out of the lower slot, it's a short stroll to the upper layer of sandstone that contains a short slot and another dry fall that is the crux of the loop hike. Two short climbs lead up to the dry fall. The crux of the whole loop is the final ascent out of the slot. It is probably 5th class climbing, not 4th class. You'll need a confident climber in your group to lead the climb without protection. The climbing is easiest if you bridge and stem wide. I thought the natural moves were in the groove, but the rock was quite polished and slippery, making it feel tenuous. The wide stem has typical sandstone friction, feeling secure. Once you have someone up, they can belay any members in the group who'd like a rope for protection. From the top of the canyon, you can go west. There's a bit of a track trail, and then we're going to work our way into the top of this next drainage and rappel down. There's a rappel anchor there, at least you can see some red tape. We opted for the rappel descent just for fun. It is perfect for beginners, rappelling down a slab without any overhangs or chockstones. There's actually another intermediate anchor, orange sling, sun damaged white. Yeah, it's going to be roughly 3 10-metre rappels. Middle one's probably down climb, top one and bottom one a little bit too steep. Last rappel is a chockstone that's been slung.
What are you doing? Crazy boy.
It's a short walk out to where the walls open and the alternative hiking option rejoins from the right. Narrows. And then you get to see where the walking route comes in down there. A quick walk leads back to the road and a large panel of petroglyphs on the left. Right next to the road, petroglyphs, probably a big horn sheep. There's actually quite a few petroglyphs Here, probably a snake. There could be some bird. Lucky Charms is an excellent introduction to canyoneering for beginners. While admittedly, Lucky Charms is not a high quality or sustained constriction, there is enough there to tempt beginners back for more canyon adventures.